Hello, my brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Heijen and I am a dragon witch, and I love to talk about dragons, especially when you are in front of me. When you are face to face with me, I love to talk about dragons. There is so much that could be said about the beauty and spirituality of the dragons. It's just so pure that I just love to tell it to you. But I also love to tell it to people who are not on the dragon's path. Of course, I had my fair share with people who are against it, and that is where it comes from, this idea. You know, last week I had someone that was close to me, but I also, because he was interested in what I believed, some people ask this, to where you believe. And I, of course, said I believe in dragons. I believe in Tiamat. Tiamat is my goddess. But he never heard of it, and he found it so bizarre and crazy to believe in something like dragons. Well, of course, you will be meeting people like this in this life, because the dragon's path or dragon spirituality in general is fairly unknown. But that is where it comes from, my brothers and sisters. This idea, what is actually the human aspect of the dragon's path. Because humans, and that is what I said to him, humans love to be guided by something else. That is why people in mass bow down in front of religions, because they want to be guided. But I was not comfortable with what they had to offer. I was not comfortable in what humans had to offer in order so that I can follow. I was not comfortable in kneeling down, and I didn't know actually why. But later on I came to understand why. Because I don't kneel that easily. Not the dragons, not any of the followers kneel that easily. We are, people call us stubborn, but we have a natural way into not kneeling and not submitting to others. So it's very, very difficult for us so that we can follow something. So if some, I don't know, some spirituality, some religions and people in that religion say that you have to kneel down before that, then we certainly will not do that, because there is a certain pride within us. Inside of ourselves we have a pride. And that is also what I love to explain this to him. And that is also what I love to explain this to you. Tiamat, our goddess, the goddess of the dragons, the goddess, the mother of all dragons, the mother of life, the mother of creation. I said to her, I am her child, I am her son, I am Tim, son of Tiamat. And he said, how crazy is that? You compare yourself to Jesus? I said, I am more than Jesus. But I am more than him because I don't care about him. I don't care about what he said, because I don't follow that. And the second of all, once I came to know Tiamat, that it was all about, centered around me. And what I have to say to people was just what I had learned later on. But Tiamat, later on I came to find out that I had autism. And of course, there was many signs inside of my life that I had autism. Of course, I was not officially seen with this, with autism. I was not diagnosed with autism, but I have it. You can say that I have it. And I can see that so many people on the dragon's path have it. And some people say, that means because you have that, you see dragons. No. Autism doesn't mean you're crazy. Doesn't mean that you see things that are not there. Autism means that you don't step in line. And what is Tiamat? What is the one that I follow? The one that I follow is the goddess of chaos, the goddess of not a road anymore, And what the religions, what he said, all of these religions offer a path, straightforward, no chaos, but order. Order inside of your life. Order so that you know where you have to go. Straightforward, no bullshit, just this. This is what you have to follow. But that is not what we are. We have a way so that we have our own way, so that we know where we have to go. Because that is why I said every path, every dragon is different. So also their own chaos will be completely different than yours. Then that doesn't mean that you have autism or something like it or another condition. It means that you don't bow that easily. It means that you don't follow that easily. Because dragons do not also follow dragons. They follow their own heart. They all follow their own spirit. And that is eventually what I do as well. We are following our own heart. We are following Tiamat. We are not kneeling down before Tiamat, even though you can do that because you have I have seen this. A lot of people on the dragon's path, they have the greatest love for Tiamat and also the other dragon gods, such as Leviathan, Quetzalcoatl, or Fafnir. They see them as the guides that they needed, the guides inside of this life, and that is typically human. Humans, they want guidance, and if you don't follow what they follow, then you are not one of them. You are an outsider. You don't have to be one of them. That is what we are, all of us, dragon followers, dragon witches, dragon mages, I don't know how you call yourself, but those of the dragon will follow their own spirit, will follow their own dragons, will follow their own dragon eye. And we will not follow those because they are said to us. And that is what I said to him, the one that said that believing in dragons was crazy. Even, in fact, I have many people inside of my life that said that believing in dragons is crazy. Believing in dragons is crazy, but all of these other spiritualities are fine because everyone else does it. And that is the craziest actually thing about this. That the spirituality of another is much more important than yours. The thing is that nobody told me to follow this. I followed my own heart. I followed my own spirit. And that is eventually what we all should do. We follow our own spirit. And that is, Tiamat is what I can consider as the guardian of those who have autism. Of those who have, and you might not say that you have autism or another condition, but it is actually a way to escape all of this. And it's actually very, very, I'm sorry to say this, and also it is unfortunate to say this, that the only way to escape humanity, the only way to escape it so that you can understand what you really are, is something like that, something, a condition, like I said, a condition, so that you will not go straight forward like every ape, every primal does. A primal follows another and just acts the way like another. And also, I tried to do this as a child. I tried to act like them so that I will not fall out of the boat. But I failed all the time. So I asked myself, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just go along with them? I was just emotional, bullied all the time. Why am I not like the rest? Why do I not feel anything while I'm kneeling down before this, I don't know, this saint or this, I don't know, where everyone kneels down before? Why don't I feel anything? I want to feel something. I want to do anything else like that. But then I was, so many years yet, it was actually confirmation that I had, that I have autism. But it's this condition that saved me. It is that condition that showed me the dragon. And you might say, many people call autism or something or a condition like that crazy. But it's not crazy. It is just a way to escape. Escape from not reality, but an escape from following the others. Because in the end, as a dragon follower, I try to be one with the dragon all the time. And dragons are not humans. Dragons are not primals. Dragons are very wise reptilian spirits that are very, very ancient. Gods even. And they are far, far away from humans. They are not pretending to be like another. They are trying to be your guardian. They are trying to be wise, trying to be themselves. And that is also what we are trying to do. We try to be ourselves. We try to be following ourselves. And that is why the most important thing to know about the dragon's path is this. Every dragon is different. So your way is also going to be different. And no one can say that you are wrong, even though that man said that I was wrong. But what did he actually know? He just knew that everyone bows down before the same thing, wanted to be guided, because humans love to be guided, but I was guided by something completely different. Even though it was not really guidance, I guide myself with my own dragon heart, with my own spirit. And that is what we all do. We guide ourselves. We guide with our own dragon eye, the dragons by our side. We are guided by ourselves, but by the dragons by our side. So in fact, autism, you might see it. You might see that I have it, because some people, you can see this in the face. I don't know how you see that, but yeah, it's actually, it set me free. It set me free. I came to understand that it set me free, and I came to also to understand that a lot of people who can see the dragon, that is what mainstream people say. You are crazy. Well, in fact, you are saved. You are saved from being the same as them. You are saved from, I don't know, from being, and that is it. You are saved from being an ape, a monkey. You are saved from that. Instead, you are now a wise reptilian spirit. You are now a wise dragon.